scheduled sit-down with Kathy Engelbert and the owners. This meeting is set for, I believe, Monday. This is it. This is the last chance to get a deal done. If there's no deal that comes out of this, if there's no agreement, it's going to be a lockout or a strike. Whichever one comes first, this is it. This is it. This is the last chance. We have to get into this article. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification to hype the video. Let's get right into things. We have to get into this article right here via Front Office Sports. Shout out to Annie Scoops, Annie Costabel.
We will never retreat or back down. The word spoken by Natasha Cloud strike like a thunderbolt, capturing a defiant moment from WNBA athletes. Yet the raw reality shared with fearless clarity by analysts reveals a stunning truth that could turn the entire league on its head. This is not merely about a contract. It is about who actually controls power in women's basketball. And the answer is sending shockwaves through every locker room and front office. The future of the WNBA, its very survival, now hangs by a thin thread. And one name, Caitlin Clark, stands at the center of this storm, ready to change the rules forever. This live revelation leaves fans stunned, questioning everything.
Trophy. Let's get into the article. WNBA players and owners set for high-stakes meeting as CBA talks stall. The start of the WNBA season could be on the line, guys. This is big time. Here it says the WNBA and the Players Union will meet in person in New York City on Monday for the first time since the fall amid stalled CBA negotiations. Here it says, talking to reporters at Unrivaled. Man, this is going to be a big deal, man. This deal got to get done. Talking to reporters at Unrivaled, WNBPA Vice President Kelsey Plum said she and Nafisa Collier will travel.
The entire WNBA season now balances on the edge. A high-stakes meeting between players and owners scheduled for Monday in New York City represents a final chance to stop complete disaster. After months of frozen CBA negotiations, this session is being labeled a make or break moment. If no agreement is reached, the league confronts an unprecedented lockout or strike, whichever happens first, plunging the highly anticipated season opening into total chaos. The tension feels overwhelming as the entire sports world watches to see whether a solution emerges or the WNBA collapses just as its biggest star is about to arrive on professional basketball stage today.
Have something. Y'all better have something. Don't be in there playing games. Listen, they're not doing a $10.5 million cap. Don't go in there with the same stuff y'all been talking. Y'all already see, y'all basically had to beg to meet them publicly. You had to beg to meet them in person, okay? Don't go in there with the same rhetoric and the same tactics y'all been trying to negotiate with, okay? Don't go in there. They're not doing a $10.5 million salary cap. They're not giving you 30%, all that. Come in there with something realistic. Talk realistic, be realistic, and get a damn deal done, because you can see.
At the heart of this stalemate lies a massive divide in financial expectations. The WNBPA, the Players Association, presented a daring proposal at the close of December, calling for a $10.5 million salary cap and an eye-opening 30% share of the league's overall revenue. This demand signals an aggressive push for higher pay, reflecting player confidence in value and future growth. However, league executives judge these requests unrealistic, creating conditions for tense talks. This forceful position showed resolve, but also risked isolation and hinted at possible consequences beyond negotiations alone for everyone involved.
And get a damn deal done, because you can see they're about to move on without y'all. They're about to move this thing on without y'all, and y'all gonna be clicking on y'all TV, watching Cameron Brink, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and a bunch of replacement players and newly drafted rookies taking all the shine and spotlight. Y'all need to come correct and get this damn deal done. Here it says, the WNBPA sent the proposal at the end of December that the league failed to respond to for more than 4 weeks. The league didn't believe the contents of the union's proposal warranted a response, according to a source familiar with the league's thinking. That's my whole thing.
Shockingly, the league's reaction to the union's December proposal came as complete silence, lasting for more than 4 long weeks. According to insiders familiar with league leadership, Officials felt the union's offer did not deserve a reply, effectively rejecting player demands outright. This unheard-of lack of communication sharply intensified tensions, fueling deep mistrust and growing resentment. Such a dismissive stance only strengthened the players' determination, making the upcoming negotiations far more dangerous, unstable, and filled with the real possibility of complete and devastating breakdown.
The WNBPA sent a proposal at the end of December that the league failed to respond to for more than 4 weeks. The league didn't believe the contents of the union's proposal warranted a response, according to a source familiar with the league's thinking. That's my whole thing. Don't go, look, they already didn't respond to y'all. Please don't go in there talking the same stuff. Y'all need to go in there and be like, look, my bad, we'll take 15%. My bad, can we get 19%? Y'all better come a little more realistic, man. They are not going in a $700 million hole for y'all, okay? So just stop. Just stop. Here it says
In sharp contrast, the WNBA's newest counter offer presents a revenue-sharing structure totaling roughly 15% of league income, far below the union's request. While it suggests increasing the maximum base salary to $1 million, a dramatic rise from the former $250,000 and possibly reaching $1.3 million with incentives, it nevertheless remains well short of what players are demanding. This broad gap between both sides' financial outlooks exposes the deep divide that still needs closing. Owners argue this represents a fair proposal, yet players view it as ongoing undervaluing of their impact on the league's market appeal.
They are not going in a $700 million hole for y'all, okay? So just stop. Just stop. Here it says the proposal in the last month, communication has been exchanged, but there have been no full bargaining sessions between the two sides. The proposal submitted by the union in late December presented a $10.5 million salary cap and a 30% share of total league revenue. The WNBA's latest proposal includes a revenue sharing model that equates to about 15% of league revenue and a max base salary of $1 million, up from $250,000. Come on, that's $750,000 more.
The financial gap grows even more obvious when reviewing projected average salaries. Under the union's forceful proposal, the league-wide average pay would exceed $800,000 per athlete. Meanwhile, the league's plan would place average earnings just above $530,000 once revenue sharing is included. This nearly $500,000 gap per player highlights the enormous stakes tied to these negotiations. For many players, this is not about a small increase. It is about achieving life-changing financial security and receiving a fair portion of the league's rapidly expanding potential, a potential now being seriously re-examined.
They're not doing that. Natasha Cloud was quoted as saying, "We will not fucking move until y'all move." She said it would be the worst business decision of it. Go. Natasha Cloud, you don't make no business go. Nneka Ogwumike don't make no business go. Kelsey Plum don't make no business go. And I love Plum Dog, my second favorite player to watch in the league. Caitlin Clark is what makes the business go because all y'all are playing in Unrivaled and y'all can't make the business go. Y'all can't do no numbers in Unrivaled without Caitlin Clark. Stop fronting and acting. That's
a major point of conflict for league owners is their firm conviction that agreeing to the union's latest proposal would drive the WNBA into heavy losses, specifically creating an estimated $700 million deficit. This financial fear sits at the core of their resistance to meeting union demands. Owners argue the league is not yet prepared to carry such massive expenses, particularly considering its current business model and projected growth path. This serious warning of possible bankruptcy sets an extremely tense stage for talks as both sides dig in deeper, unwilling to shift or compromise their hardened positions.
Go. Natasha Cloud, you don't make no business go. Nneka Ogwumike don't make no business go. Kelsey Plum don't make no business go. And I love Plum Dog, my second favorite player to watch in the league. Caitlin Clark is what makes the business go because all y'all are playing in Unrivaled and y'all can't make the business go. Y'all can't do no numbers in Unrivaled without Caitlin Clark. Stop fronting and acting. That's another thing. Y'all get in front of people who are not honest with y'all and let it be known. Listen, man, y'all good players.
Despite the enormous stakes, Players are taking an active role, with WNBA Vice President Kelsey Plum confirmed to be traveling to New York for the meeting. Plum, alongside Nneka Ogwumike, will represent the players, demonstrating their direct investment in the outcome. Her presence highlights the seriousness of the situation and the players' determination to secure a stronger deal. This hands-on involvement from high-profile athletes signals unity and resolve, while also placing intense pressure on them to deliver results. On the league side, WNBA President Nneka Ogwumike will attend with CBA leadership, the Labor Relations Committee and union staff, showing the gravity of these final talks. Team owners are also expected, though it remains unclear if all will be present. A striking detail reveals a strained history between both sides. Players reportedly had to plead for weeks just to secure an in-person meeting. Communication was limited to proposal exchanges, with no full bargaining sessions. This reluctance to meet face-to-face deepened frustration, leaving players feeling disrespected and ignored. That struggle to even sit in the same room underscores the deep mistrust shaping these negotiations, creating a hostile environment for compromise. A stern warning has now been issued to the players. Do not enter with the same rhetoric and tactics used before. The advice urges realism and abandoning high-demand positions. The message is blunt. The league will not agree to a $10.5 million salary cap or a 30% revenue share. Players are being pushed to bring achievable requests or risk losing everything. The chilling threat of replacement players and newly drafted rookies looms large. The message is clear. The league is prepared to move forward without current stars. The most shocking claim delivered with brutal honesty is that Caitlin Clark is what drives the business. Not existing players or legends, but the incoming rookie sensation. The argument is that without Clark, the league struggles to generate attention and revenue. Some believe Clark alone could headline a league filled with rookies and replacements and still produce strong numbers. This challenges long-held beliefs about player value and shifts leverage dramatically. Critics even argue current players cannot generate viewership without her. Media attention from major networks and creators reportedly fades without Clark involved, highlighting a visibility gap she uniquely fills. Meanwhile, negotiations remain stuck. The CBA expired October 31st, was extended to January 9th, and still no deal emerged. A moratorium has frozen free agency, placing player careers on hold. With talks dragging into February, the May 8 tip-off for the league's 30th season is now in doubt. Monday's meeting may decide everything. The message to players is realism. This is not just about numbers. It is about understanding a changing market and finding compromise. The future of the WNBA depends on it.